Yeah, really. Anybody bring us a pie? Oh. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, by the way.
Pete, you got a chance to three practices with Greg, kind of running the offense. How did that look in practice, and how's it set up for Sunday?
Well, it felt a little different, and I'm glad that he had an impact, and so we'll see what happens on game day. But the guys responded really well.
Any update on Michael Mayer? I know he was dealing with the.
Yeah, he's going to be a tough one to make it. He's not moving at all right now.
Tyler Lockett, he was dealing with a quad and
Fine.
ankle injury.
He practiced today. He was fine. Just getting something checked out. Our guys report everything, I guess.
Talked about it looking a little different this week in practice. What were some things that you would say, in the positive direction you would say is different?
I really don't want to say anything right now. The only advantage we have on these guys, they don't know what we're doing or how we're doing it. So I'm not saying anything about it, if you don't mind. No offense to the question, of course.
How's it been, first week with Greg getting the offense ready as the OC and everything? What have you seen?
Yeah, it's been drinking from the fire hose now. It happened fast, and he got really good help from the coaches on the staff, and everybody, really rallied to make sure that they did their parts and contributed, and the communication was clear and all of that. So we've made it to this point, and but you got to give him a lot of credit. It's a hard challenge, and he takes great pride that he's a true pro. He's done this before, and he's led us through this really, really well.
Derwin James is a guy that's done this at a pretty high level for a while now. From an offensive standpoint, how important, obviously, is it just to recognize where he is?
Yeah, well, they do move him around, and he is truly a force. And it's nothing new. He's been doing this for a long time, like you said, run and pass, pressure, and then the things that he does coming off the edge. So he has to be a focal point of what we're doing and everything.
Throughout the season, you've given a lot of high praise to Ian Thomas, and obviously he's going to step up with Mayer probably being out. What are some things behind the scenes that just make Ian such a good player?
Yeah, he's been really consistent. He had a really nice game last week too, leading into it. It was easy to see him just slip into it, a bigger role. He's a pro. He's practiced he's been on special teams. He's done everything, and he's just been a real positive in the program throughout. So I'm feel good that he has this opportunity, and I'm glad he's coming off a game where he made some nice plays and all that. So he feels good about himself as well. He'll do just fine.
Runyon's another tight end that's gotten on the field for you guys. What did he show you guys, going along?
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. He came out of nowhere kind of on us and kept making good impressions throughout camp. But really in the last month, when he's gotten a better shot and he's been in special teams, he's shown that he runs well, he's tough, he listens and learns well. And he probably had his best plays to date in this past game as well. So he's made a really good pitch for himself, and really, really positive. He's fast and he's strong, and he's come a long way. I think somewhere back in his history he was an offensive lineman, or something like that. So he's got an unusual background for where he is, but he's doing well.
Did you feel like the Chargers, they emphasize the double and even sometimes triple teams on Max even more so than some of the other teams this season? What can you do when teams do that? Try to do everything it takes to take
Max has drawn attention all year long. I mean, there's not been a game where somebody thought they could single him, So, and there's a variety of ways, but there's only so many ways. After a while, we've seen them all, and we really have. We expect them again to give him respect and take care of business if they can, and he'll just do everything he can. There are ways, we move people around, try to get him in singles whenever we can, but it's a long haul for him, through these games, because one after another, these guys are coming after him. There's two guys sitting there waiting for him. There's four hands and two bodies and four eyes looking at him, and he has to deal with it. So he's really good about it. He knows his respect, and they're showing him, and he understands that. But he wants to get to that freaking ball and the quarterback so bad that it wears him down during the games. But yet he just keeps coming. You think he would wear out, he doesn't.
How much did you learn from the first time you guys played him since it was week 2, and now you're already in week 13?
Yeah, we just have a lot of familiarity, and knowing their coaches and how they do things. So it doesn't feel like it's that much different. They've had to make some adjustments because of their injuries that they've had. So as always, it's who you got on game day, that's available to you. And so there's some question. We'll see if the runner. I don't know if they've announced that the runner's back or not, and see what happens there. But They're a little bit different because they had to be, and they're really good coaches, so they've made really good adjustments, and they made the most of their personnel. One of the things they do, they really do highlight their personnel, and they use guys in roles, and it's very specific, and they've been doing that for a long time.
You know, we're fresh off Thanksgiving. It's been a rough year, but what have you been thankful of from the team this year? Any silver linings, you know, so to speak?
Yeah, I really have been very grateful for the way these guys have come to work every day, and you know, we've asked them to act in a mode that brings the energy every day with really positive, you know, a positive kind of feeling behind everything that we're doing, and sharing it with your teammates and being a great teammate. And they've done that. And unfortunately, it hasn't shown up in the results of the games. But all the way till this morning, this day, these guys are in it, and they're coming out to practice with an attitude that they want to try to get something done and work hard at it. But I'm appreciative of that they have been accepting of you know, because I don't do things like everybody else, and sometimes it can be hard on somebody or a challenge to somebody. These guys have been fantastic, so I'm very grateful for that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay.